And you're back with the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. And I'm Mark Sherry. I'm here with Paul Wallen. And you just heard Nicole Zuraitis and Dan Pugach doing Our Blues. And before that, we had Charles and Khalif Neville's song African Eyes. And starting out, we had Dominic Frontier with the theme song for The Outer Limits. And I guess we really have to start with The Outer Limits.
Where else could we start? So I'm gonna guess, Mark, you may have seen this TV show at some point in the past.
Yes,
I guess we should say it's a TV show theme, right?
That's right. And he wrote actually, he was an incredible composer. He wrote a lot of TV show themes. He started out doing that, wrote film themes, like he wrote the film theme for Clint Eastwood's film Hang 'em High. And actually that song became a top 10 hit for Booker T and the MGs. This particular tune, though, for the Outer Limits theme, it's really iconic. The sound effects that he used were kind of, brand new at that time, that he used in the beginning and the end of this little minute and 12-second clip we had here. And that sound is so eerie and suspenseful, spooky sounding. And it was just perfect for the show. And the whole, it became an iconic, little piece that anytime you ever heard those sounds, you knew they were talking about The Outer Limits, which was just a great, kind of spooky, sort of like a takeoff on The Twilight Zone. And he wrote also, by the way, the theme songs for The Flying Nun with Sally Field. And he is from New Haven, Connecticut. And then after that, we had Charles and Khalif Neville's song African Eyes. And they're out of Huntington, Massachusetts, actually the late Charles Neville. And you might recognize it because that we play the first 30 seconds of the song in the beginning of our show and also at the end. So it's been our theme song, and that's because we really love it. But we decided this week to share the entire song with you, all 6 minutes of it. It's just a beautiful song. You can hear, Charles Neville, who's a Grammy Award winner, his superb sax work on it. It's just his sweet, sweet sound. And his son, Khalif Neville, does a great job on keyboards on this as well.
Yeah, I got so familiar with it as the intro to this show, and hearing a portion of it, it was a real treat to hear the whole song. And I really love that you don't have to be really a jazz listener to enjoy this song. It's very accessible.
This song was, by the way, inducted into the Essential Western New England Songbook this year.
Yeah, that's great.
And after that, we finished out with Our Blues by Nicole Zuraitis and Dan Pugach.
Yeah, so sassy and fun. What a groove on that. It's I felt almost like she was transporting me to like a different time and place. It just really comes together beautifully.
Yeah, Nicole is from Waterbury, Connecticut originally, and now she's in New York. Dan Pugach, I believe, is her husband, and he's the drummer. She's the piano and vocals. Just a beautiful tune. The brass section, I thought they really used effectively, and the lyrics are kind of funny too.
Yeah,
I love you're much more clever when you shut your mouth.
True.
And you can actually, if you know the Litchfield, Connecticut Jazz Camp, you can actually take classes from Nicole Zuraitis there. She's been teaching at that camp for many years.
Oh, wow. That would be fun.
So we're up for our next block, and we're starting this out with a Christmassy kind of song called A Complicated Time of Year by Michelle Chamuel.